Disclaimer at first, right? These are not at all historically accurate. These are all, they're semi-realistic, but in this case, they are not directly at all historically accurate. So, I just want to get that out of the way. Do not say that this is like realistic or anything like that, because it is not. So, we will start from the head and work down on all reviews, and then we'll cover our firearms last. So, at the top, we have the hat of choice. Now in this case, I'm wearing I am an Irish Expeditionary unit commander, or a general, right? I have a standard Aussie style hat, and then I have nothing else besides my overcoat. This is just a green overcoat. It has the white zipper. It's long too, because it's adult size. It's very long, but it fits me well. So I have that, and it looks similar to an overcoat. And it is nice because you can zip and unzip it extremely easily. Next, we have my actual rig. Now this rig is like a Chi-Com rig produced by the Soviets, used by every military that wasn't American, for the most part. Don't quote me on that. It is a standard rig, and it's the oldest looking rig I could find. In my rig, the contents of my rig are pretty, only the front view have some stuff. So these side pockets have very little. So these ones have nothing. This one has, of course this is not what they would actually carry. I hope you understand that. Wire, so we have yellow. 2 things of yellow, 2 things of more olive drab. I'll set the units, or set the items here. Next up, this is where I carry my caps, because the weapon that we are using fires caps. So in this case, I have my little selection of firing devices here. Next up, I have my cleaning kit / ramrod. In this case, it would be a reenactment. So really, this would be my ramrod to ram the cartridges down. Inside that is a hammer, and if you unscrew it, is a screwdriver, which these are actually useful on my cap firing weapon because it gets very gunky. One thing I forgot is, because we're reenacting, when you're reloading, you have the paper cartridge which has the ball and the powder, and you would drop that down the barrel. So I've actually produced a few of those with green tape, Irish Pride, and I have 4 just in there, and you can like put 1 cap, or you can put a strip of caps in there. So it doesn't fit that well, but like you would pull these out, pull the cap out, then break it off and load it into your weapon. And then I have 4 of those. And then my cleaning kit, it's nothing. I usually have these flaps folded in or behind, because it's a lot easier to pull stuff out. Moving on, I have this small leather case. I don't hold anything of vast importance in there except for a ferro rod. It's I just threw that in there. And moving on, nothing in this one. However, we do have something in here. This is just some mesh tied up with some paracord. It's kind of fraying, but like mosquito net, just could use it for a lot of different things. And then in the very last pocket here, I have I have a compass. It's kind of jammed in there. Engineer directional compass, works like a charm. And then this is my rig. I will remove this now. So, in order to get this on, you have to have someone else tie it, which is always fine. This is, well, in fact, I don't know how well this will pick up on camera, but it's an Arabic rig, with not Arabic necessarily, but it has some non-English lexicon on there. I'll just set that right there. My belt, it is just a leather work belt that my father used. It's pretty beat up, but it creates the kind of flared look on the bottom with the belt. It kind of flares this out. Underneath on my pants, I am wearing, actually I'm just going to take this off too for ease. Underneath of my coat, I'm just wearing a t-shirt that has a lot of ventilation, because on like summer days, this is just a raincoat, right? It's pretty light, actually super light, but it only has a little bit of ventilation on the back. So I like wearing a shirt that has a lot better ventilation underneath. And then this, I have pajama pants. Now these pajama pants, they have kind of the, I'm not sure what type of pattern you would call these, but they're super comfortable, they're soft, and sometimes I will actually wear some tan pants underneath for extra warmth. In this case, because we would be running around all day, I decided to just wear these, nothing underneath. Also, you could wear thermal leggings underneath. This is just optional, and so is a dress coat for non-combative uses. Also, a extremely hairy vest. Now, this is like a bayonet vest. If you were hit with a musket ball wearing this, it would do absolutely nothing in the way of protection. It's actually extremely warm as well. So, and then for socks, all the way down to socks, I wear Darn Toughs. They're like, it's like a $15 pair of socks. In this case, $21 pair of socks. But they're really nice. They're warm and fairly water repellent, actually, and extremely comfortable. They fit into my shoes extremely well. And that is my kit, excluding under this pile of stuff. This is my gun. We'll be doing a firing test later. This is just a Paris pistol. Basically how it works, you place a cap onto this mechanism. One of these, which you would rip out from its casing. It's plastic prison. Then you would proceed to, the hammer would already be cocked back. You would have the cap on, and then you would fire. We'll do an actual firing test, but this is just a Paris model 1665, just a old toy gun. And that, my friends, does it for the Irish Expeditionary Force loadout. And I guess what I mean by Irish Expeditionary Force is if basically we need to protect the homeland, but expeditionary, we would also leave Ireland for other places to work there. Now, I will be clearing my gear out to make way for our next loadout showcaser. The Irish Expeditionary Force General will be proceeding to fire my Paris 1665 replica. It's not a direct replica of any certain firearm. It fires caps well though. So, proceeding to fire. Ready? Take aim. Fire. Ready? Take aim. Fire. So, at first we had a misfire. That will happen sometimes if you don't clean it, which is probably due for cleaning. Then you take the already detonated pyrotechnic cap. I place it in my left pocket, and then